don't think we'll ever get to the 2024 election. I think things are going to implode in Washington before then. I think our economic financial condition is fragile. It's going to come home to roost in ugly ways. I will tell you, I don't know exactly how it will happen. I think we're going to end up in a situation where we find out the banks are closed for 2 or 3 weeks and nobody can get into them.
You think so?
I think we're going to run into something like that, yeah. I also think that the levels of violence and criminality in our cities is so high that it's going to spill over into other places in society. People that normally think they can live remote from the problem are now beginning to be touched by the problem. Then I look at this thing in Ukraine. I think Ukraine is going to lose catastrophically. It's going to be a complete collapse. And that, too, is going to have an effect here at home because people are going to say, well, wait a minute. Everybody told us Ukraine was winning. Everybody told us X, Y, and Z. I mean, sort of the Russian hoax on steroids. All of those things are going to come together or converge in some way that's going to prevent us from reaching, the status quo. Oh, another election. Oh, another set of campaigns and so forth.
Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and sincerity unto the elect scattered all over the globe. Shalom. I'm back at you with a short lesson. Lord willing, to straight into the point and edifying. All right. And this lesson is going to be about people are going to lose it. All right. Like this Edomite just said. All right. That SHTF. All right. Before the elections in 2024. All right. And now you start and you see in the country, Babylon, America, you see where it's going, right? All the people, even Jake, they want Trump back in office. All right. The same people that was begging to get Trump out are now begging him to come back into office. All right. Because they're seeing where the country is going. All right. You have a senile, completely a psychopath. All right. Just a shrew of a President Biden. All right. Which he isn't really, he has the elites behind him. And he's doing the bidding of the elites. All right. But he's basically ran the country into the floor, man. All right. You can't help Hawaii. Okay. But you're sending billions of dollars of aid. All right. For another country for war. You see what I'm saying? And the people are starting to wake up and realize this. All right. And of course, Trump is going around and people are loving Trump. They go into where they have him in jail. They go into him. All right. They calling him Uncle Trump. All right. Trump is right now. Trump is the man. All right. And this is all to bring division. This is all right to basically destroy the country. All right. So this is where all this is trying to head to. All right. They have to collapse the country. They have to get the order out of chaos. They have to, the pressure from above and below. They have to do this. All right. So let me get this, and I'm gonna get a few more scriptures. I only got like 2 more videos to show. This wasn't supposed to be long, but I saw the brother Ishar, Elder Ishar. He had did a video. It was probably a few weeks back, but I just caught up to it, and this is what spurred the lesson. Because if there is no election, all right, or if something happens before the 2024 election, like say the economy collapses or some type of natural disaster or some type of, war or the dollar collapsing, something that's going to be on a national scale, they could enforce martial law. All right. And they could suspend elections just like the president of Ukraine did once war started. All right. He suspended the election. So he's therefore a dictator, basically. All right. Let me get this.
I don't even think we're going to have an election, Tim. I don't think we're going to have no election in 2024. Money? I'll bet.
How much? $100?
How much you got?
Not as much as you.
I'll bet big. I don't think we're going to have no election.
$1,000.
All right, I'll bet.
Shake
you
hands.
that. Thank
Why do you think there won't be an election?
Because I think the corruption is just beginning to come out, and I think it's going to avalanche the corruption of the Biden administration and the money they took. First, it's going to be about Ukraine and Russia, then it's going to go into China, then it's going to go into the
that would-
DOJ, and it's going to be like a big old
That
avalanche.
would prompt an election.
Huh?
That would prompt an election.
No, because I think that it's going to get so bad in the streets too that I think the military is going to step in.
Modern day elections, I'm concerned that there's going to be a dog and pony show, and they're like, "Hey, everybody voted," and they're like, "Hey, but we're just going to go in the back room and count it, and
Yeah.
then tell you what the answer is."
Like
You're like,
that-
"Dude, show me the votes
That's
in
the
public."
thing. Like,
You see? And you see what Roseanne said. She said she don't think it's going to... And these people are plugged in. All right? But she says she doesn't think that there's going to be another election. And then she said it's not only the fact of it being like politics, Slovakia, politics, right? But it's going to be because of the chaos in the streets. All right? You've seen it every single day. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. People are robbing stores, robbing people. You know, I just made a lesson, last week, a few days back, right? Showing, the chaos that's brewing in the streets. The love of many is waxing cold, man. All right. Ezekiel 7:5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, power and evil and only evil behold is come. All right. And that's what's coming because this is the end. All right. And they need this. They need the chaos and the madness, but they want the people aren't moving fast enough for them. So, like I was saying before, this is why they're making Trump look. Slovakia, Biden look so incompetent and irresponsible and weak, and they're putting that out there. All right, and then they're giving him Trump strong. He was about the country, right? He's about the country. He's about making America great again and all that stuff like that, right? And that's what people want, but they're tearing the country apart by doing so. All right. So there's a video here. Let me get this.
We need to heed this warning in this well-known quote. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. So listen, do something. Get in the arena. History cannot and it should not be rewritten. We must remember what has happened in the past, learn from it, and not allow those who abuse their power to ever perpetuate their harm again. It is my honor to present to you the man in the arena. He is a man of significance. He is the leader, the fighter that our country needs. He has my full and complete endorsement for President of the United States of America. I will do everything I can to help him win and save this country.
Christy, I'm truly honored to receive your endorsement. Very much so. I appreciate it. Thank you, Christy. Thank you very much. It's a great honor. I get endorsements, some good, some bad. I get endorsements, some don't mean anything. Hers means a lot, let me tell you.
And you see how the people feel about Trump. All right. Because you have to understand the economy was better with him. Right. There was more jobs. All right. Basically the structure of America was way more better. All right. With Biden, prices are going higher. War. Right. The economy's going to crap. The dollar's going to crap. Other countries don't like him. People don't like him. Okay, his own people, the American citizens, the Babylonians don't even like him. But like I said, this is all done, okay, to rip the country apart. Because what they're gonna do, all right, or whatever the elite, the wicked elite of Esau Edom has planned, all right, to bring this country down, all right, they're gonna do it in a way, all right, that is gonna ensue complete chaos. All right, let me get that scripture real quick. Is it in complete chaos? Okay. 2nd Ezra 15:15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. All right, and that's already happening, but it's gonna be on a bigger scale. All right, people are through out here. All right, the cost of living is going up, rent is going up, everything is going up except your paycheck. All right, and people are frustrated, they're angry. All right, they want Biden out of office, man, and then to find out the criminal family he's taking money from, China and all these backdoor deals and just doing wickedness, right, and selling the people down the pipe. All right, and the people are who's suffering, right? Here it is. You can't even go to the grocery store and get all the groceries you need. You get like 5 things. It's over like $70, $80. Right? So the people are seeing this, okay? And they're seeing where the country's going, especially these Edomites. I was watching Elder Yashawamba earlier, and he was playing some videos of basically a bunch of Edomites, had Jakes in there too, but complaining about, the cost of living and not being able to pay, for their everyday necessities. Okay? And the people are realizing this. They're realizing this. Trump went to Biden went to Hawaii. All right? And they flipping him off. Okay? So basically, Trump is being put up as a savior right now. All right? 2nd Ezra 15:15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Next verse. 2nd Ezra 15:16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right? Because when all hell decides to break loose, and the people literally say basically F the government, F, the policies and all that, we're going to take it into our own. That's what's going to happen. All right. But it's also going to be for the fact of there's no food. All right. There's no food. The lack of, food and the necessities and jobs, because a lot of businesses are closing. All right. A lot of businesses are closing. Okay. So all of these things, the people are seeing it. All right. People are getting frustrated. And what does an animal do when you back it into a corner? It's going to eventually attack. All right. And these people, all right, these Babylonian people, they're going to eventually attack, man. They're going to lose it. But I said all of that to say this, and I showed those videos to get to the main video I'm trying to show up there. All right. Let me just play it. But if you see the title, if this happens, this place is going to go up. All right? Completely up. And like I said, they need a crisis like this. They need some type of crisis where the military can get involved, where the National Guard or whatever can get involved. Right? They need some type of major event, all right, that's going to set things up. All right? They need it. They need the pressure from above and from below. Because the end goal, like I said, is that they need to call martial law. They need martial law. Once they have martial law enforced, all right, it's done. Because now you have to, and especially with the boogeyman coming, the boogeyman back, the taco sauce, they trying to give you taco sauce, telling people that they got to put, you got to put a damn, what's that thing called? I don't want to say it like that, but they want you to put on a muzzle on your face now. All right. All of this is all happening at the right time, if you think about it. All right. Because it's like, it's happening at the right time. Because it's like they can enforce martial law and now enforce the taco sauce. And I got a video, Lord willing, I'm doing another lesson. But they basically having people going to concentration camps in Hawaii, man. But no further ado, let me get this. Listen to the whole thing.
The CIA is a totally illegitimate criminal organization unless it is following precisely the orders of the elected president. Democrat or Republican, doesn't matter. So he's describing a crime. The people committing that crime in CIA should be in prison for long terms. That's the great threat to democracy right there. And the fact that no one on that set could even see that tells you how deeply corrupted they are. That's terrifying. And it's true, I happen to know. And I could bore you for hours, again, since I spent my life there and know a lot of people who work there. But the bottom line is there's no oversight at all. They were able to participate in the murder of a U.S. president and then hide that fact for 60 years by keeping those documents classified, which they still are. It's unbelievable. And it's happening in front of all of us, and nobody seems to care. But you know, as the country declines and the democratic institutions weaken, and you wonder, how did this happen? Well, that's how it happened, right there.
What do you think the future holds? Is it,
I don't know.
I mean, are they going to let Trump be president?
No, of course. I mean, look, if, they protested him, they called him names. He won anyway. They impeached him twice on ridiculous pretenses. They fabricated a lot about what happened on January 6th in order to impeach him again. It didn't work. He came back. Then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times. And every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work, what's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously. And
You hear that? You hear that? If they do what he said that they will do, if they take this man out, the country is going to go up. One more time. If they take Babylon's savior, that orange man, if they take him out, or even, stage it, the country is going to go completely up. You hear that? All right? 2 Timothy 3:1, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. All right? And the elite, they need some type of event, some type of, something. They need something so that they can bring down the hammer. All right? They need to bring the hammer down, man. All right? And if they take this man out, that might be what it would take, because the people are, like I said, the people are going through it. We're going through it. Rent's going up, everything going up, and your paycheck staying the same. People are frustrated, miserable, depressed, right? And then their only piece of light that they see is Trump. All right, these Babylonians, these Jakes. All right, that's the only thing that they see as a piece of light right now is Trump. And if something happens before the 2024 election, if something happens, right, something goes left, something happens, this country is going to go up. That's what they need. They need something like this. This place will go up. Okay? This will all go up, man.
one will say that, but I don't know how you can reach that conclusion. You know what I mean? Like, they have decided, permanent Washington, both parties have decided that there's something about Trump that's so threatening to them, they just can't have him. I mean, they're putting him on trial in March of next year in the J6 case, which basically consists of trying to send him to prison for the rest of his life for complaining about the last election. That's literally what it is. Again, if this were happening in Moldova, the State Department would issue an all-hands-on-deck order to let the world know this is not a legitimate government. And yet our government is doing it. It's like it's really hard to overstate how bad this is. And I don't know where it's going, but there's a collision that's clearly imminent. And by the way, the president is senile in a way that's impossible to deny. Biden's not running the government, so like, I don't know, man. I've never been this worried about anything as I am about where this is going.
You see? It's about to go down. All right. 2nd Ezra 9:9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torment. All right. These people are going to be in pitiful case. All right, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? Who want your oppressors to rule over you. All right? To hell with Biden, to hell with Trump. All right? It's all a part of the plan at the end of the day. It's a part of the elite's plan. All right? It's the same person, is the same bird, just on two different sides. All right? They're all the same bird, just on one side is on this side of the wing and the other one's on this side of the other wing. All right? This is gonna go up, man. All right, and especially like I said, the taco sauce coming back. They're trying to enforce the taco sauce and the boogeyman, and and they trying to make you wear muzzles again. And the people are already saying, "Hey, we're not doing that." All right, because everything right now is in the perfect place right now. Because it's like, yo, if you really think about it, it's the information is out there where it showed that, you know, them, you know, when you know that boogeyman came out, you know, people was just dropping dead now. Everybody's just dropping dead, right? People just dropping dead left and right. The muzzles don't work. They tell you it don't work. All right, the taco sauce don't work. Right? They depopulating people. This is all done by design. They're trying to get people again. They're pushing the Babylonians in a corner. All right, where they're hoping that they do something, and they are. All right, they are. Sooner or later, because these Babylonians, they love this country, man. All right, they love this country. They love Uncle Trump. All right, and something's gonna happen. All right, through the spirit. Right, something's gonna happen. You feel it, you see it. Everything is getting more decrepit. All right, people's morals are out the freaking window. All right, I've never seen this level like this. You got people just you know, showing people no mercy. You know, and Jake just living it up, just living their life, man. You know, so, you know, that was it. Let me see if I got any more scripture. Let me get this. I'll wrap it up. Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil, and the days are evil because these are the end. This is the end. This is the end of this Edomites rulership. This is the end. All right, but before the end comes, something has to happen. It has to go down. All right, and it's about to go down. 2024 may be the year. All right, 2024 is gonna be a crazy year. It's gonna go down, man. I'll play this video one more time and then I'll wrap it up, man. Listen carefully.
I don't think we'll ever get to the 2024 election. I think things are going to implode in Washington before then. I think our economic financial condition is fragile. It's going to come home to roost in ugly ways. I will tell you, I don't know exactly how it will happen. I think we're going to end up in a situation where we find out the banks are closed for 2 or 3 weeks and nobody can get into them.
You think so?
I think we're going to run into something like that, yeah. I also think that the levels of violence and criminality in our cities is so high that it's going to spill over into other places in society. People that normally think they can live remote from the problem are now beginning to be touched by the problem. Then I look at this thing in Ukraine. I think Ukraine is going to lose catastrophically. It's going to be a complete collapse. And that, too, is going to have an effect here at home because people are going to say, well, wait a minute. Everybody told us Ukraine was winning. Everybody told us X, Y, and Z. I mean, sort of the Russian hoax on steroids. All of those things are going to come together or converge in some way that's going to prevent us from reaching, you know, the status quo. Oh, another election. Oh, another set of campaigns and so forth.
And people will lose it. People are going to lose it. All right. Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and sincerity unto the elect scattered all over the globe. Shalom.